we're here at the increasingly noisy NAMM show back on the Waves booth, where my old friend Mikhail, who I've known for many years, is going to show me something called NX, which I believe is a kind of virtual control room monitoring system for headphones. Is that correct?
Exactly, that's pretty accurate.
Oh, right, we're all done then. Off we go now.
Essentially what we've got here from Waves is a virtual room simulator. So it allows you to have speakers in a really great environment wherever you are.
Okay.
So let's say you're in your studio and you've got everything just the way you like it. Your room's treated, everything's there, that's fine. That works great, but you're in your bedroom, you're on the plane, you're coming over here to meet with me, to talk, have lunch, you're at the beach, wherever it might be. You got this great idea. You throw this plugin into one of your inserts on whatever DAW you want to work with, it'll work on everything, as Waves plugins do, and suddenly you've got a perfect room to work in. What's unique about it is that the room is transparent. It doesn't color the sound. It lets you mix in a traditional environment and allows you to place the speakers where you need to. Also what's unique about it is it'll use your webcam or a Bluetooth tracking unit, which will be available shortly as well, in order to follow your head movements. So while you're mixing within this environment, it's just like the real world. If you turn here, this ear is going to hear a little more, this is going to hear a little less. It also, besides working in just stereo, works in full surround mode as well. So, to give you an idea, I'll put on the headphones, start my music playing. It's very subtle. As I move my head, it's tracking the movements of what I do. I lean in, lean out. Now the cool thing about NX, it's not a wow factor plugin. It just gives you a really nice environment. But if we look at some of the aspects, you can add ambience to it. So if you want to make your room have a little more presence, a little more reflections, you can do that. But it's not a reverb simulator. It's not modeling speakers. It's not going in and doing any of that sort of thing. It's just giving you a clean environment to work from. So that's working in a stereo mode. If we come over here, flip over to the surround preset, throw my headphones on for a sec. Now I have the ability to move my speakers wherever I'd like. Left, right, sub, all of this. I can set up presets. I can move it around, change my focus from the rear, or I can come back and say more space, whichever. So the idea gives you the ability to work in a surround mode or stereo mode wherever you are and have a perfect room environment. Obviously you can't really be hearing exactly what I'm doing just now, but take it from me, it sounds great.
Well, we certainly look forward to reviewing it when it's all,
I'm sure.
When it's available. When's it shipping?
Well, it'll be shipping, before we get to the shipping, I'm wondering what you think it's going to cost. What do you think something like this would cost?
I've got no idea.
Give me a ballpark. I mean, you've got some sense of an idea.
I don't know, because you guys always surprise me.
Yeah, this will be a big surprise. I've had a lot of people come up to the booth and say, oh, I don't know, $500, $600, something like that. $49 US.
Really?
$49 US for the plugin. The Bluetooth tracker will be available in a couple of months, under $100.
Okay.
So for less than $150 US, you've got an entire movement. And what this does, it eliminates the head tracking stuff here, so instead of having to actually come in and use your camera, which you can see here, it's found my head, it looks at my eyes, looks at my ears, knows exactly where I am. Instead of having to rely on a webcam, it just simply relies on the Bluetooth motion here.
Is there any advantage to having the Bluetooth if you've already got a good webcam?
The advantage to that is that you don't have to be in the good lighting. You have to have good lighting for a webcam to work. You have to kind of be positioned where the camera is, whereas this is following where you are. So you might, just kind of look here, look there. You're going to hear the movement within it. Shipping in about 2 weeks.
That makes sense, and it's a great price. I am surprised.
Yeah, I thought you might be.
Thanks, Mikhail.
You bet. Pleasure.